Hello everyone, how are you all? I really hope that you are all taking good care of yourself, health, emotional, stress, everything. Okay, so by expecting that and by assuming that, I'm today here with a very interesting session. I am here with the macroeconomic session, and the topic, as you can see written on the board, it is related to the J curve effect, or it is also known as the J curve, just J curve. So we can write J curve effect as well. Now, this part of macroeconomics is very much important. If you are preparing for Indian Economic Services, then you can find that past year questions, you can find this topic. So therefore, I thought, why not to take up this important topic into today's session. Alrighty. So as you know that J-curve effect, or this particular topic is related to the broad section of balance of payment. Alright. Now for this balance of payment, in my upcoming sessions, I'm going to discuss the balance of payment. I'm going to take up few of the sessions related to the types of exchange rate, what are the exchange rate, how the exchange rate is important in determining any economy's structure or any economy's growth. All those things will be covered under this POP sessions that is going to come up. So this is again part of the session, or from part of the topic related to BOP. Alright, so this J curve effect, here it is related to the term or to the effect of devaluation. You know what devaluation is? Devaluation occurs when, what is P star? P star is foreign price level and P is our domestic price level. Devaluation occurs if this goes up, then what happens? Obviously, it is implying that P star is greater than P. That means foreign price level is much higher than the domestic price level. Under this situation, what happens? Domestic exports becomes very cheaper to the foreigners. So due to this, what happens? Export goes up, and simultaneously what happens? Import falls, because this P star is much higher. That means foreign price level is higher. Therefore, the import is reducing. If this is the situation, you know what happens? Net export increases. That means there is a surplus in net exports. That means current account surplus. There is surplus in the current account. Due to this current account surplus, we can find that there is surplus in the BOP account. So these are all related. To give you a brief, BOP is a summation of the current account as well as the capital account. If there is surplus in any of this account, then we can find that the BOP account is in surplus. So due to this scenario, we can find that we have a current account surplus, and therefore the BOP is in surplus. Now we find this very easy, right? If there is a devaluation, okay, this thing is happening, export increases, import decreases, and hence there is an increase in the net exports. But this change or this happening does not happen like this. It takes time. There are what is known as lags in any economy. Doesn't matter whether that economy is a developed economy or not, there will be lags. So this lags, due to this presence of lags, we have to understand this lags first of all, and then we will be able to come up and explaining this J-curve effect. Since I was mentioning some of the lags, right? Lags into our economy. What type of lags? Number one type of lag can be in forming of the policies. Okay, so policy formation related to forming policies, because it takes time. The blueprints will be there, then it has to be get accepted in accepted in all the committees by taking up consideration of the negative effect, positive effect, then a policy is formed. So policy formation, there is number one lag. Number two lag will be deciding the prices of the products or commodities. Like what the price of that particular commodity will be. This deciding takes some time. Therefore, it is under lags. Third, due to this price changes, whether it will increase or decrease, there will be change in the demand pattern as well as in the consumption pattern ultimately. So I'm just not focusing on the demand, I will only be focusing on the consumption part. So there will be dilemmas. Dilemmas, or let's say consumption pattern adjustment. Okay, consumption pattern change. It will also take some time, because if there is a sudden, let's say, decrease of a particular price of a particular commodity, then also the consumers or yes, the consumers of that particular commodity will not be suddenly increasing their consumption. It takes some time. The information has to be passed, the decision has to be made in the minds of the consumers, then only they will come outside and buy this particular product. So this what the lags are. Next part will be focusing on the formation of J-curve effect, like how the J-curve effect is actually present in the economy and what is the reason of its formation. Okay. All right. So starting with the situation, let's say there is a BOP deficit. BOP deficit. Doesn't matter. We don't know, let's say, on which account there is a deficit. Let us just focus that there is a BOP deficit. So this means what? This can happen due to devaluation. Devaluation means what? That thing, P is greater than P. That means dollar is greater than rupee. Let's say if I say that my foreign country is United States and my domestic country is India, then these are the things that is happening. Of what? Devaluation of the domestic currency. Okay. Now, if this is the situation, we have just discussed in the starting that there will be surplus in the net exports. But that will happen, no doubt that will happen. But there are lags, as I have just mentioned, there are lags. So lags happen and exist in reality. Therefore, the immediate effect of this devaluation, you can write it, immediate effect. However, immediate effect will be different from the ones that we have discussed in the starting of this session. And increase in import, that's right. And simultaneously there will be a decrease in exports. This is the immediate effect. Because of this, what will happen? The net export will be in deficit. Due to deficit in the net exports, that means we can say that the current account, in current account there is a deficit. And current account is a part of the balance of payment. So there is further deficit in the balance of payment account. So you can write it that further deficit in BOP. That means I firstly in the starting initial situation we have started with that BOP is in deficit, and now due to this thing, immediate effect, or due to this devaluation, we can find the BOP is getting more negative. But after the adjustment of the lags, after the economy has accustomed with the lags and with these changes, then we can slowly and gradually over time we will find that these things has changed. That means there will be surplus in the net exports. And if there is surplus in net exports, then current account surplus will be there. If there is surplus in current account or BOP account, then we can find that the BOP curve will be positive. So this is how the J curve is forming. If I want to draw it, let me draw it over here, then only you can relate it. So here on the y-axis, I am measuring my current account. I am writing it as CA. And on this horizontal axis, let's say I am measuring time. Okay. Alright, so if this is my situation, and let's say from here, and this dotted line represents the situation where BOP is equal to 0. Okay, this is a situation where BOP is equal to 0. Now, first what happened? Immediate effect. It is what happening? More deficit onto this BOP. Therefore, if this is here, let's say the initial situation, my BOP is in deficits. If this is equal to 0, obviously the below this portion will be the portions where BOP is 0. Let's say my first position is here. I am representing it by A. Due to immediate effect, I am finding a further decline in my BOP. Let's say this is B. More negative. BOP is becoming more negative. But after this, after adjustment of lags, what we find? BOP will be in surplus. So, it will be in surplus. Where this is happening and it is less than 0. Now, this is a part, let me represent it by C. This is a part when this transformation is going on, that means when this adjustment is going on, what we can find that this BOP from negative it is becoming equal to 0 first, and then it is increasing and becoming positive. Okay, so this is what the J-curve effect is in a very crisp and lucid manner. I really hope this session is helpful, and if it is, please tell us below in the comment section which are the next topic of macroeconomics that you want us to cover. And also you can contact us for any further query related to economics to our official mail ID and the WhatsApp number. The details are appearing on your screen. You can also find the same details below in the description box as well. Thank you very much for watching this. Hope to see you in our next session with some interesting concepts. Thank you very much.